Mastermind crew, we are live. I am live. If you caught a couple of my videos late last week, I actually looked like I was live, but I wasn't live. I'll get to that in a second. But today we're talking about the secret for you to get better results, not only in your life, but in business. This is really important to understand. And if you are new to my lives, what I generally talk about week in, week out is tips to help you build a business online. If you're in social selling, network marketing, you want to use attraction marketing strategies, attract more people to you online, then you're in the right place, especially if you want to build your business as a human before a marketer, which is my motto. So if you want to build your business by being a human more than like being a marketer, you still need to be a marketer, but being a human before a marketer, then you're in the right place, because that's how I build my business. But at the beginning of every week, which is now, I do something like a live topic talking about something to do with personal development, personal growth. Because something that I say all the time, yep, I know you guys all want the fancy stuff. You want to know about TikTok and reels and stories and content creation and all the things, but none of that is going to help you build a dream business. You're the one that's going to make that happen, because you believe in what you do, you believe in yourself, you've got so much confidence, you're awesome at, just getting action done without thinking it, you don't get overwhelmed, all that kind of stuff. It's you that's the secret sauce. It's not all the fancy stuff. So most of the time I talk about the fancy stuff, but this day, every week, I talk about something to help you be a better version of you, because you're the one that's going to help you build a 6-7 figure business. Okay. So it's all down to you. So we got to make sure you're awesome to be able to build an awesome business. Okay. If you're here with me live, please say hello. I'll give you a shout out. I'd love to know where you're watching from. Happy Monday to you, Dean. Tuesday in my part of the world. Hello, Christina. Great to see you on. Best live of the week. Thank you, Christina. Hello, Jane. Great to see you here. And anyone watching on Instagram over there, or TikTok, or my free group. Now, massive apologies. Last week, if any of you were watching my stories, you would have known I was away. I traveled to a different state in Australia. My family and I went to the Australian Open to watch the tennis. We watched Djokovic play and all these cool players. I had an absolute ball for 4 days. And so I pre-recorded, Instagram wouldn't have seen them, but I pre-recorded 2 of my lives. Some of you may have picked up on it and some of you may not, but my lives were still from this setting. But I gave you 2 great lives. One of them was talking on the 5 most, popular Facebook posts that you should do in 2025. So if you're on Facebook, you should go and catch that video. And the video late last week was how do you get more people to look at your business? So 2 great videos, but they didn't stream into my group. They were only on my business page and they didn't stream on Instagram. So on Facebook here, if you're watching, you can see on the screen, I've got helenmartinonline.com. If you go to helenmartinonline.com, just Google it. My latest 3 lives are always sitting up on my website, and we rotate them every time I go live. So if you're looking for like my latest lives, so if you missed last week's lives that went up, but only on my business page while I was away, that's where you'll find them. Okay, so I just wanted to let you know that, because a couple of good videos that you might want to watch, especially if you're on Facebook, you want to know what the 5 most popular types of posts are to be doing in 2025 on Facebook. And probably most of you want to know, how do you actually get more people to look at your business? So that's probably a good video. This week, coaching community, we're getting really specific on your business goals. This month, we've already talked a little bit about goal setting, but we're getting really specific on business goals this week. So make sure you catch that, and catch the recording of last week's, which Beth did an awesome Canva training about planning and that. So make sure you catch that as well. Okay. So just a couple of sort of reminders there. So the secret to getting better results, what most people will tell you, or like uplines, sidelines, if you're in this industry, is you got to do more. You got to work harder. You got to hustle. You've got to, message more people. You've got to do more. You've just got to work harder. You've got to hustle. You've got to work more hours, get up earlier, do all the things. Like, how many of you have heard that? You've just got to work harder if you want to get better results at things. There is an element of truth in that, obviously. But here's where it doesn't work in this industry. You can work harder and do more and hustle, but it's not going to help you if you're not doing the right things. For a lot of you, you can work a lot hard. You can put a lot more content out there. You can put a lot more stories out there. You can have a lot of more conversations. But if you don't know how to have conversations properly, if you don't know what the right type of content is out there, if you don't have a personal brand, if you don't have all that sorted out, working harder is only going to stress you out. Hustling is only going to lead to exhaustion and overwhelm, and you're going to be out. So here's the balance, and I've got some tips for you, and I would highly recommend that you listen to what I have to say regarding these tips about getting better results. Okay? The first thing is there is a time and a place to work harder, absolutely, but stop chasing quick results. If you have a new team member, stop, get that expectation out of the way, build long-term in the industry. Build long-term in whatever you're doing in whatever business. Too many people in this industry have really high expectations in a short amount of time, and if they don't get it, they're out. That's why so many people bag the industry or blame the industry for the lack of results. It's like, nah, they didn't hang in there long enough. It takes time to build an audience, does it not? It takes time to create good content. It takes time, or Instagram's doing the thumbs up. It takes time to learn automation, email marketing, all those kinds of things. If you're going to learn, how to do all of those things. So you got to be in there for the long term, not the short term. So we want to get rid of this hustle mentality. If you want to build a legacy in this industry for your family, then here's what you need to do. Okay, follow these tips. Stop chasing quick results and doing really spammy things, especially when there's specials and bonuses on. I mean, yes, it has a time and place, but that's not the only time you want to show up on social media. Here's the things that you want to do to get better results. Slow down to speed up. Do you understand what I mean by that? Sometimes you need to stop. We just had an awesome call with the VIPs for the last couple of hours. And we were talking about this exact thing. Sometimes you just need to take a step back and be 100% honest with yourself about why your business isn't working. What is it that's not working for you? And identify, okay, what is it that's not working, and be really, really specific about that. And then be really, really specific about what the actions need to be to turn that around and go small. So slow down to speed up. You get that term, don't you? Just put the number 1 down below if you kind of understand what I'm saying there with slow down before you speed up. Because you can speed up. You can hustle. You can go all in with stories. You can go all in with live videos. You can go all in with, content creation. You can go all in with conversations. But if your problem is you don't really know how to have good conversations on social media, or you don't really know how to put good content out there, then you need to slow down, learn, build a personal brand, learn a couple of things, and then hustle. When you got some wins on the board, and then you put fuel under the fire and you hustle. Make sense? Because then you'll even get better results. But sometimes working harder at the wrong things only leads to overwhelm. It's no better results, and you're going to be out of this industry because you're going to burn out. So I hope you're really listening here, because working harder and hustling, it serves you no benefit other than overwhelm and frustration if you're not being honest with yourself about what it is that you're not good at, that's not working anyway. It's the small things that you do every day. Think of it like, I always come back to this example, but it's because it makes so much sense. Like the diet mentality, exercising and things like that. And all these people that go on a diet for a few weeks, they lose weight, they get a result. It's a kind of a quick fix, and then they eat normally again. And not only do they put all the weight back on that they lost, they put on more. For somebody to maintain weight loss, they've got to do the same healthy habits every single day, day in, day out. This is what I mean with what's going to get you better results. It's the small things that you do every day. You don't want to, you and anybody that is in your team, you don't want that mentality of all or nothing. You want to build really good, healthy habits online. 2 words I say all the time. Well, I'll add a third: content, conversations, and consistency. But get really good at them, learn how to do them, and dial in and get really specific, and get better at those before you start hustling with them. Because if you're doing it all wrong and you go and hustle, you're going to turn off more potential prospects. I hope that makes sense. So here's some things that you want to do. Slow down to speed up and work out exactly what is not working for you. So then you can pinpoint and work on it, or ask some help, ask an upline, ask for a call with your upline, sideline, somebody that'll help you, and start fixing some problems instead of going all in on problems that you've already got. It just won't help. Don't hustle as such. Get really organized. So going all in and then doing nothing won't help build a long-term stable business that becomes a legacy business. So getting organized and doing the same small things every day, piece of content every day, conversations every day, you practice, you get better at them. You're better doing that than going hustle, hustle, hustle. Work harder, work harder, work harder. No, work out what you need to do every day and do it every day and get better at it, and build stability in your business. Okay? Number 3. Don't push, care. Don't push, care. So don't push what you do on people. Care about people enough to solve a problem for them. That's going to build a legacy business. Okay, you can push when there's a sale on. Yes, Black Friday, Christmas, New Year's, you can have a little bit of a push and a sale. But if you do that and it doesn't get you any results, like you have no sales whatsoever, then you're probably doing too much of the push and not enough of the caring. Because when people know that you care, when you're really good at like bringing content that solves a problem, then when you do a sale, then people will buy. So it depends how you're showing up in between, the sales type or the marketing type posts. Be authentic and genuine. Okay, less selling, more authenticity and being genuine. Establish a need. I talked about this last week on one of those live videos. Don't try to sell your things to people that don't need them. You're just going to turn people away. You can hustle, hustle, hustle. You can send messages to, everybody, but if they don't have a need for what you are selling, you're just going to create more enemies than you're going to attract people to you online. So your job when it comes to getting better results in this industry is trying to establish a need before you push the sale. So that comes to you learning how to ask really good quality questions. I talked about that in last week's video. Building a personal brand. Who do you help and what do you help them with? And being really crystal clear about that. So if I go to your social media, I know what you do and who you help, like that. Because I'm seeing that consistently in your social media, whether that's Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or TikTok, whatever it is. Is it really easy for somebody to work out who you help and what you help them with? So if it's not easy, then don't go and hustle online. That's not going to get you better results. You need to slow down. Like think about, okay, who is it that I help and what do I help them with? And get really good at that. Put regular content out there and get some results, and then put fuel on the fire and hustle. Okay. Post consistently with how you solve people's problems. Don't post consistently about the sale. People don't care unless they know how it is that you can help them. So post consistently about the problems that you actually solve for people, not actually what it is that you're selling as such. You still want to do that. You still want to have, don't get me wrong, you don't want to not have those types of posts, but you don't want those to be the only types of posts, because you just end up annoying people and they just think that you're selling something rather than knowing how it is that you can help them with what it is that you're selling. Okay. Another thing that will get you better results is follow up and care about the person. Don't follow up just for the sale. Follow up with care and concern about how whatever it is that you're selling and how it's going to help somebody. So follow up with the care and concern. Don't necessarily always follow up with the expectation of the sale. Okay, because people don't care what you're selling until they actually understand how it can help them. So again, that hustle, sales, immediate gratification that everybody's looking for in this industry, that doesn't get you better results. Long-term stable results in this industry is the small things that you're doing every day to build up your network, build up your following, build up your personal brand, build up your social media skills, build up those conversation skills to establish the need. All of those things done in a really balanced way with your life is what's going to build stability in this industry. If you are one of these people that's putting all these types of posts out there about get rich quick, if you're not in this business, then you're missing out. This person made this much money in this much time. You might get some results, but they won't be long term. Okay? When people know that you are stable, you are talking about the same thing longer than 5 minutes, you actually solve a problem for people. And, they know, like, and trust you. I'm talking about that later in the week. How do we get the trust up quicker? I'm also talking about Instagram on my next live. Like, if you're a bit confused, if you've heard, especially those watching on Instagram over here, there's been a lot of changes on Instagram. If you opened up your Instagram and the grid looks different, like that, there's a lot of changes. So I'll help you out there. And we've got TikTok issues and all of those kind of things, CapCut and whatever. That I'm talking about all of that stuff on my next live video, just to let you know. And then I'm also talking about how do we build up the trust factor quicker. And some of you are actually destroying your trust by being really spammy, and having that hustle culture and just talking about money. Okay, you don't want to do that. It's not going to build you a legacy business. Okay, so hang on. Where am I? Yeah, follow up with care. So we want to build your reputation. You want to build your personal brand. So a shift that you really want to make in 2025, if your head's not in this space, get it in this space in 2025. People over profits. So when you're posting on social media, are you caring about the people or are you caring about your profits? When you're in your stories talking about things, are you caring about the people or are you caring about your profit? People over profit every step of the way. And doing that on not the hustle culture of all in for 3 weeks and then you back off for 2 months. It's not, you've got to get rid of that mentality. You want to balance social media and with your DMO. And like you would if you're going to be healthy and lose weight and maintain weight over a long period of time, you have to eat healthy every day, not just for a month. And then you go back to the chocolate and the ice cream and put all the weight back on. Your business is no different. So if you want to get better results, don't listen to people saying you got to hustle, you just got to work harder. Work harder only leads to overwhelm, frustration, and probably posting like a spammy Tammy rather than really focusing on, okay, who is it that I help and what do I help them with? What's the quality of my content look like? Am I balancing this with my life? Like, you shouldn't have to be all in, all out, or you shouldn't have to go, well, I'm not concentrating on my business right now because I'm concentrating on that. It's like, how do you work your business every single day with an effective DMO and slowing down to speed up so you've got the stability and you're not in that, hustle mentality, which no one can maintain, by the way. But you can definitely put fuel on the flyer and hustle at certain times. Maybe you're running for a rank, you've got some results on the board and it's like, right, I'm upping my game. Like, go for it. Like, we all have those times where you're going to go all in and go for it. But you can't maintain that for a legacy business in this industry. It just doesn't work. Okay. The other thing that you need to understand with that, the kind of hustle mentality, and you like it's about a quick fix and it's all about the money, those kind of things, is that gives all of us in the industry a bad name. And that's hard. Like, when people are in people's messenger, and I get it all the time, it's so annoying. anybody listening that is a sales coach, or like I'm getting them all the time now, like slightly different angle, but because I call myself a social media coach, I get in my inbox pretty much daily people trying to sell me, what do they call them? Setters for sales calls. Do you want to increase your coaching business? Like they message me once and they're trying to sell me into their program. It's just so annoying. Don't be that person. Care. And what's the word I'm looking for? Marry the process and divorce the result. Stop putting pressure on yourself to get, that sale or that business builder or whatever. That will come when people trust you. How do they trust you? And again, more detailed video on that later in the week, is the consistency of who you help and what you're helping them with, and your daily method of operation, and the little things that you do every day, and get in your stories every day, and network with people every day, and have a few conversations every day, and have some content going up every day. Like just get really good habits like you would if you're going to be super healthy. You're going to have great eating habits, great exercise habits. Like you're going to do things that look after you on a daily basis to be the best version of yourself health-wise. Business is no different. Create good, healthy habits every single day and let go of this mentality of, hustle, hustle, hustle. It's the small things that you do every day that are going to get you better results. Okay, does that all make sense? It's really, really important for you to understand a lot of these basic principles, although I talk about this all the time, and I know a lot of you already know this, but that all-in hustle mentality, if you're doing all the wrong things and you're being really pushy and you only really ever post when there's a sale on, good luck. Like, where's the trust behind that? There is nothing more important in 2025 on social media than being genuine, authentic, building a personal brand, and being very crystal clear about who you help and what you help them with to build up that trust and that consistency. So when you do have a sale and you hustle a little bit harder, you get more sales because the trust has been built over time. Okay, so we don't want a culture in 2025 in this industry of quick term results and those spammy posts you see on social media. If you're not in, you're missing out. Everybody needs to be in. Hustle, hustle, hustle. Like it's just that quick fix money. We've had the last year or two of that digital marketing. I still do have multiple streams of income myself. Don't get me wrong. But being genuine and authentic behind whatever it is that you do in digital marketing or affiliate marketing, network marketing, social selling, you are your biggest asset. So I would just encourage you to look at your own social media and go, how am I coming across? Am I coming across as a spammy, tammy, salesy weirdo? Or am I actually showing that I'm a real person, that I'm genuine, that I'm authentic, that I care, that I'm teaching people, that I'm giving people some value, that I'm funny every now and again? Like, go and scan your own social media and just take a step back to speed up. Sometimes you need to slow down to speed up your results. And that's what I recommend you do before we go too much further into the year. Everybody at the beginning of the year, all in, let's go. I get it. I have that mentality myself, but you've got to be genuine, authentic, and have value behind that rather than this quick fix mentality, profit over people. People over profit. And the leaders that you're watching that are having more results on you, they're probably pumping out more content, maybe, around a brand, not just pumping out content selling their stuff. They're probably much more consistent than you are on a daily basis rather than going in and out, or they're really good for a few weeks and then back off for a few weeks. Like, if that's where you're at, you want to fix that. If it's just one piece of content per day, just stick to one piece of content per day and just balance that within your life and stop making excuses for why you can't post or you're not posting. And the thing that is, will help you flow better online is when you do genuinely build a personal brand and you know who you help and what you help them with, the content becomes easier and much more natural. And when content becomes easier and more natural, you'll actually do it more often. It'll become more of a habit, and everything just seems to flow online. Those of you that are pushing really hard on social media and not getting any results, there's something that I've said in this video that you need to go and analyze and evaluate, because you're probably, missing a piece somewhere along the line, and you need to slow down, have a look at yourself to be able to speed up. Okay. And then once you're getting some results, and you can put fuel on the fire and hustle every now and again and get great results, all that kind of stuff. But it doesn't necessarily mean better results just to work harder. Like, I've got to work harder. I've got to do more. If you're doing more of the wrong thing and you're working harder at the wrong things, it's not going to help you build a bigger business. Okay, so I hope there's one little thing in a lot of those little things that I've said in this video that just makes you think about something that you might need to go and improve. Okay, let me know, was this helpful? Those of you that stayed on this video, is this helpful? Would love to know. So just a couple of reminders. My live videos last week didn't stream everywhere, so just go to helenmartinonline.com to catch the 2 videos while I was away last week regarding the 5 most popular types of Facebook posts that you want to be doing in 2025, and how do you get more people to look at your business. So if you missed those videos late last week, go to my website and have a look, catch up with those. Coaching community members, we're diving deep into goal setting for business specifically. We've already talked about life and all that kind of stuff, balancing your wheel and all that kind of stuff, but coaching community members, grab the make sure you're on the live training this week. And later this week, I'm talking about, if you're confused about like the TikTok bans, the Instagram changes, I'm wrapping all of that up for you in my next live video. And then I'm also talking this week about how do you build up trust quicker online. You all need to know how to do that. Okay, so I've got some good tips for you in that video. So I hope this was helpful. It was helpful to Christina. Thank you. It was helpful to Rick. Good to see you guys. Always get something valuable from your lives. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Okay, so I'll see you on my next live. Bye.